I mean, we are in tech and product business, so after Barak, the product guy is it's very tough act to follow. But I will make an effort, and the best part is that, I have my company's good name and good work to support me here. So more than me, you'd like to know about Angel One, and I'll talk about that in a while. And we had a hyper growth story and support from our friends at AppsFlyer. Sanjay will talk more as you move along, right? But let's start with this. That's the context I got about year of global uncertainty. I remember I graduated in Y2K. Though there was a fear, what will happen next? Will the world break down? Like the lift will stop working, the aeroplane will crash. But I also heard about global village. And I got very excited, coming out of a college, fresh, wanting to change the world about a global village. But now what I see is not so rosy. A lot of data points are here. I will not repeat those. But fundamentally, what are we saying? We talked about volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous world, VUCA. Just a few years back, that changed to Bani. And Bani makes it very real, brittle, anxious. We're talking about non-linear. We're talking about incomprehensible. And that's what the world has become, right? Not to paint a bad picture, but this is what is happening right now. Food prices are rising, the institutional things are breaking, blah, blah things are happening, currency change are happening. A lot of things are happening right now in the world, right? And those things have consequences for all of you, you and me. But this is not about that. This is about us. We have been a shining star as Bharat, right? And what has made this possible? All the people in the room and our partners have made this possible. So big round of applause for Bharat. That's our country. That is a great, shining, bright spot in the world. And why has that happened? I will not again read what is there. A lot of things are happening. You would read about them. But what is critical to understand? There's a transformation to the core. Formalization of the economy. Changing with time. Being digitized, being a very, very capitalistic kind of approach, yet work like a welfare state. And all of these have a spectrum of aspect which we are able to manage as a country. And I would not like to talk about politics in this podium right now, but let's understand, like what I have been to Singapore multiple times in a decade or more. And every time when I talk to any Singaporean or Indian, one thing they talk about is the government. The government here runs like a corporate. And it's my vision, in my lifetime, doesn't matter which party, I would like to see the government of Bharat to run like a corporate. And that will actually take us places. Because shining bright once in a while, every country does. Believe you me. The kind of era we live in, that happens. Question is, how do you continue there? And I'll talk about that also. Again, this is important, right? And there are multiple things which are working in the favor of Bharat. It's there, consumption story is there, government capex is there, private capex is there. Long back, there's a quotation, you have all heard it, that America, roads are not good because it is rich. America is rich because it has got good roads. But chicken neck story. If you don't have money, how will you build the road? And just building the road, is it sufficient? No, people travel by that road. People buy a car because of that. A lot of economic activity happens. And that's fundamentally what's happening in India right now. And that's what we are seeing. Long back when I was working in a tire industry, I saw the two-wheeler tire, the sales went up. And I was curious to understand why this is happening. And I got to understand that youth living in villages who were earlier waiting for a bus, public and private bus, which were very, very unreliable, were actually taking their two-wheelers to work in bigger towns. And that was helping those villages, right? And that's just one side of the story 10 years back. But today, thanks to the port, air connectivity, and a lot of other great things, we are seeing the kind of growth that we are seeing today. And not just the road. It's the modern temple of Bharat. And I do not mean the temple that you might be thinking about. I'm talking about the temples which are the big factories. Apple coming to India, Tesla coming to India. These are the temples of modern Bharat. That's what we have to think about. Every day on my way to office, now I take Atal Setu, which is MTHL, Mumbai Trans Harbour Link, one of the largest road connecting, across the sea to pieces of the island. And that's what makes me very, very confident about this country, because when I kind of travel through that road, a lot more ideas come to me. And my everyday problem, not just office problem, looks so tiny that if after 40, 50 years, a bridge like this can come in and can fundamentally change the sentiment and confidence of this country, then imagine what all we can do if we put our mind to it. Now, let's talk about Angel 1. The numbers are there. You all know great things are happening in the capital market. Be it Demat account opening, be it AUM, mutual fund, and everything. I don't have to repeat that for you. But why have I written fintech? Because if you talk about it, fintech is lending, insurance distribution, payment, and whatnot. But let me tell you, fintech is not a new phenomena. Brokerage business was always tech heavy, was always regulated, was always reliant on technology. So fundamentally, I'm telling you, the most sophisticated piece of fintech is this. And that's the reason why a payment player want to get into, why a lending player will want to get into. And let me understand, if you can win here, because fundamentally in this business, things have come to some stability, technology-wise and regulatory-wise. There will be changes, but the tectonic shift which can come in lending can change the fortune of your company overnight. And this is happening, guys. Please read all the headlines in last 1 month, right? So, but the bright spot is that fintech has a great future in this country, because the most complex thing is working just fine. And of course, we had a great year, and it has been all-round performance. The numbers speak for themselves. And let me tell you, these are both lead indicator and lag indicator. What you see here is our current performance. That's what market is valuing. What you see here is what we are building for future performance, which is our top of the funnel, right? And this is the kind of dominance we have on both lead and lag indicator because of all-round performance. And the proof of the pudding in the eating. So let me announce, last month we crossed 20 million customers. It's a huge number for us, because just 7 months back, it was 15 million. And we were so happy. And let me tell you, last couple of months, we are adding close to 1 million customers on a monthly basis, right? And that's the pace of growth on a highly profitable, high OPM business. We are a 3-decade-old company. But if you meet our people, if you look at our tech stack, I mean, we are as good as new, like yesterday. The latest, the brightest people. And why has it happened? Because we have learned to adopt to thrive. That has been the part of our founder DNA, and now it has become a part of the organizational DNA. I'll just sample you a few things, like, long back, when the entire stock trading used to happen on the floors of BSE, and people did not have access to terminals, they will not know the buy and sell price of the day before the end of the day or the next day when it gets published in the newspaper. Brokers have all the incentive to buy at the lowest and sell at the highest, or vice versa. Our founder, very simple thing, but it tells you the mindset of this organization, thought about a walkie-talkie. Asking the customer to sit at their office, go to the floor on a walkie-talkie, in the middle of the day, will say, sir, this stock is available at this price, should I buy or sell? This is the level of transparency. And move forward 2 decades, now we are a company which has rebranded itself, which has come out with a super app, which is talking a super app language, wanting to become a super brand in personal finance. So we have a lending business in beta testing. We have AMC business just waiting for SEBI approval. We have wealth business going live in next 2-3 months. Then we have mutual fund distribution business. We have insurance distribution business. And next 2 quarters, we will see a lot more action from our side. And that we are able to do because we have learned to adopt, to thrive. Before I talk about hypergrowth, let me tell you a few things. We don't chase growth for the sake of it. Because if this has been our organizational DNA, we would have got into a lot more area long back. Because the growth stories were available then also. So please, this is my request to everybody that don't chase growth for the sake of it. And have a holistic and long-term approach. We talk about land grab. I hear from my boss land grab for last 5 years, saying that PT, don't get overexcited. There's a lot more to come. We have just got started. And today also I feel we have just got started. But one thing about land grab, take care of your land. Somebody needs to make it fertile. Somebody needs to get some revenue out of it. Land grab for the sake of land grab will never work. Having said that, fundamentally I believe another inflection point in making. And I'm not a speculative, bull, market bull kind of guy. But fundamentally I see rising aspirations in India, rising income levels in India, optimistic sentiment all around in multiple front, and most importantly, digital public goods. And that will be a game changer. Digital public good. So please do read up on digital public good, what it means for your business, how it will fundamentally change the landscape of your business in coming days. So Barak was very kind and talked about 11 good things marketers can do from a good to great marketer. I will talk about 3 pillars. And I will spend more time here, and I will encourage questions towards the end on this. Anticipate the puck. It's very critical. Both business and marketing. It's a ice hockey parlance. Doesn't matter where the puck is right now, where it will be like 10 millisecond, 20 millisecond, 1 second, 2 second. This is what we need to do. Today we have a growth pocket. From some places, the newer growth pockets are emerging. There are things happening beyond our industry which will fundamentally impact our industry. Are we aware of it? Are we working towards it? To my mind, that is a very, very important thing to be a growth marketeer or a business person. Forget sniper, get a drone. Ronen talked about spray and pray. Worst thing, people tell you sniper. I will say no, sniper is old school. Drone. Are you looking on targeting attack, or you focusing on potential strike? The time you have launched the drone, your objective may change. And the time it will reach there, your target may change. Your target may move. So that's why I say that you have to be more strategic, you have to be more remote and more precise in that sense. Please understand, this is the world where Mr. Elon Musk is working on reusable rockets. He's so cost conscious. And this could be a game changer. All of us could live interplanetary in our lifetime. If such huge cost is being rethought about, reimagined about, then why not your performance marketing cost? How can you take residual value out of it? Why will you not re-engage with your existing email IDs and phone numbers you have got in the best possible way? I'll talk about that best possible way. So all those things become important. The last bit is, please understand, it's a value exchange. Advertising means advert attention. And I have done it more than 2 decades of my life. Selling hair oil, selling yogurt, selling lipsticks, selling tire, selling wallet, selling myself as a businessman, and now making people open a Demat account. one fundamental thing about advertising. If you want my attention, worth my while. It's a value exchange. It's okay. You got me excited, you got me interested, you got me emotional. You said that this is a great thing for me, but then make it worth my while. And you do that because very soon there will be legal obligation for it. And you will pay the price if you continue as a marketer with your cheap tactics. So use consecutive data, not intrusive targeting, tracking, and be ethical and compliant at all point of time. So to my mind, these three things, both as a businessman and as a growth marketer, and also as a tech and product and a regulator and a technology, everything will find convergence here. If you think with these lenses, a lot more avenues for action will emerge for your business. Now, coming back to Angel One, this is our North Star, and this is what we want to do. There's a Goa connection. Last year, around the same time, we were in Goa, backing our North Star, and we say the boots are lovely, dark and deep, but we have promises to keep and billions to meet before we sleep, so that's what it is. And special thanks to our friends in AppsFlyer. It takes an entire village to raise a child. It takes an entire ecosystem to make a company successful, continue to grow. The wisdom of the crowd is important. That's what Barak said. So thanks a lot, AppsFlyer team and all our partners in this journey. Thank you very much. And this is it. My time is up. And